My favorite piece of the month was this one. There are some aspects like that I don't like about it. You'll see like I made like 4 drawings with a cat sitting in flowers during this year. And I hated this when I finished it. Can you believe me? I hated this so much. So, as we make our way into 2024, I thought it would be an excellent opportunity to look at all the art I made in 2023. I had such a good year art-wise, and I felt like I made a lot of the best pieces I've ever made. And I really kind of cemented my art style and the way I want to work, while also feeling really free and like experimenting with new styles and new expressions. So first off, we have January. January. Oh, months are so hard to say. This is gonna go well. January, I made some art that was quite different from what I made for the rest of the year. I made a lot of abstract pieces that you'll see in a second, and yeah, it was fun experimentation, but it really kind of, during that time, I felt like this was supposed to be my style, and like I had to change everything and had to be consistent and stuff, and I was worrying a lot about that, but in the end I went back to my more doodly style, so it's okay. So anyway, I made lots of abstract pieces in January. I did stress a lot about it being too different from my usual style, and in the end I really love making abstract art sometimes. It's free and fun, and I don't have to like think about realism in any kind of way when I'm making them. I can only focus on colors, composition, and like flow of the piece. So I made a few like abstract pieces. I tried to like incorporate my little ducks and stuff into them, and I loved these like primary color palettes for it. Here I even tried to like combine it with my doodle style, but I didn't like how that turned out at all. It is kind of cool, but yeah, I think I prefer this like layered look over this in the end. My favorite piece of the month was this one. It's so green and lovely, and I love the purples and the white flowers, and yeah, I love the lush greens and just the feel of it. It's like fun but soothing at the same time. Then we move on to February. My pronunciation is gonna... Okay, I'm not gonna focus on that anymore. But then we move on to February. And in February I returned my more doodly style, and I also made this, which is my piece for the growth scene or art book that I made with a couple of friends. I think there are like 18 artists in that book. And you can still buy it. I will add the link down below. But yeah, I made this piece, which is a little kitty. He's so cute, and he's sitting among the flowers, and the theme was growth, so I wanted to do something naturey and flowery, because also that's just my style. Actually, that cat piece, I don't remember which one was first, but these two, like, I think this one was first, and I was like, this concept is kind of cute, but I need to rework it a bit, and then I made this. I was like, yeah, that's it. I also made this desktop wallpaper, which I really want to be able to offer in my shop, and I've used it quite a lot myself, because I love snowdrops, but there are some aspects like that I don't like about it, like how this leaf just comes out of nothing here, so I have to fill in this area, and this sparkle is just like not white. So before I sell it or anything, I really need to first rework it slightly. But I think it would be a really good like spring desktop wallpaper. I also did some like really focused style experiments in February, where I made like the same flower in 9 different ways, and I tried to do it in like different styles, all of them. And in the end, I ended up really liking this, like, this isn't that flower, but liking this, like, small color variation with some pencil marks and no outlines. And I was like, okay, this is my style now. But then I made this piece and I realized that style is kind of annoying to make compared to my doodle style. So I just went back to it again. And but I really like this piece. It's cute, but it's, in the end, it's not the kind of art that I want to make. My favorite of the month is this strawberry house piece with this little bunny, and honestly I want this house, like the chimney being the stem and stuff. It's so cute, and I love their little coat and stuff. I wish that was me. Yeah. For March we move on, and in March I did a lot of loose florals. I had like another style crisis already which you'll see is like a reoccurring theme for me during my art like development. I tend to have like every 2 months a kind of attack episode where I'm like, I need to change everything about my art style and do something completely different. And this was one of them. I have made pieces like this before with this kind of loose, brushy, just very playful floral style, and it's really fun. And I still love making them. I really enjoy the scribbly nature of these, and I also ended up trying to combine loose florals with my doodle style, because I remember seeing in an Angie J pizza like tutorial once that the secret to like your style is combining the different like paths you have in your art. And I've been trying to experiment with that a lot, since I have like a few different like parts of my art, but whenever I try to do it, I just end up not liking it at all and like preferring the original styles by themselves. And either I haven't successfully combined them in a way that I actually want, or I'm like taking the wrong elements. I think like maybe I shouldn't take the visual elements, but that rather how a style makes me feel to make it, and like try to implement that more into my other art. But in the end, this is cute. The duck is cute, but like the rest of it just feels messy, and I don't like it at all as much as this one. I also did some like regular doodle style pieces like this little pond with a duck and a goose. They're so cute. My favorite of the month is this one. It's like a sticker sheet. I do sell this as a sticker sheet in my shop. We'll link that down below as well. I just love how this turned out. I love the colors. I love all the flowers and the little like duck that is like kind of angular. Cute. And then this chicken is so good, and the teapots. And I actually started this piece in a more painterly style, but I kind of gave up that idea quickly. I think it was like a rest from that teapot piece I showed you from earlier, from February, where I was like, I need to do painterly pieces without outlines. And this whole year has kind of been me like thinking that I should be doing some things in my art, but then eventually reverting back to what I usually do with my art, which is what I like and stuff like that. And it's just kind of silly. Okay, April, let's go. In April, I had a really good, like, the entire spring of this year, of 2023, was really good. I made some of my favorite art ever during the spring of 2023. April was such a good month. Like this piece, I love the colors of this. They're kind of like unconventional and not my usual ones with the blues and stuff, but I really like how it turned out. And it feels so loose and silly and like fun. And I also made this, which has this like wonderful vintage feel. And I don't really know what about it that makes me feel like it's vintage, but it feels kind of retro and nostalgic, which I really like. It also looks really good as a line art only piece, to be honest. Also did some negative drawing, where I like place some like fun colors as a background layer, and then I just scribble the black parts afterwards. And it creates this really fun look, in my opinion. I also made this, which is another negative drawing piece, and I love this cat. He's so cute. I just love drawing cats sitting in flowers. You'll see like I made like 4 drawings with a cat sitting in flowers during this year. I also sketched and drew my magnum opus so far. It's like my most liked piece on social media, and someone got a tattoo of it, and like it's my most sold sticker. And it all started when I was sketching and I was making this. Just like a random cow, and I was like, oh my god, this turned out so cute. And I knew I had to like rework it into a more finished piece, which you can see here. And I still kind of prefer some aspects of this sketchy piece. Like the expression of the cow is slightly better in my opinion, but this is overall better since it's more like finished and stuff. And it's also my favorite of the month. I love this one so much. Cute cow, cute flowers, 10 out of 10 would draw again. And then we move on to May. Also a really good month, maybe even better than April. I started using the color blue, which is a big deal, not in this piece necessarily, but yeah. I kept doodling, made this piece, which I absolutely love. I remember I struggled a lot with the colors, but I think I saved this one with a gradient map. Here's where I started using blue, and this elephant teapot, I need it in my life, and this cat, to be honest. This is one of my favorites of the year, I think. So many of them are my favorites of the year, but you know what I mean. Yeah, more of the color blue. This mouse is so cute. And I just love the blue, red, and like green and yellow together, like the primary color vibes. Also experimented here with some style changes where I did outlines like I usually do, but I colored them in like a softer color closer to what they're lining. And I added more texture with like gouache brushes and pencil brushes in Procreate to make more texture. Here's where I revisited a piece from 2022. I will show you that the old one in a second. And while I like this one, and I always love drawing strawberries, I don't think I managed to like surpass this original, which this is the one from 2022. And it was my most liked post, or like most liked art since before the cow drawing. But it is really, I love it so much. It's so vibrant and fun. It feels like nighttime, but it's bright at the same time, which is kind of weird. But in the end, I don't think this like is as good. Yeah. And then Badger returns in May. I used to draw Badger a lot back in like 2021 maybe. He was this badger character, and he always wore like a green beret. Like, comment down below if you were there for that, because like that's original art from me. But this piece I made for a prompt list, which was like some kind of wandering theme. I don't remember the prompt, but I really loved how this turned out. I love the colors, and I love these trees and the like theme of it all, and just like the feel of it all, and it just he's on a hike. Yeah. Then we move on to June. June was summertime, which calls for summer art, like a little cloud that lost his ice cream. He is very sad. And this piece is so fun. I love the vibrant reds and the vibrant yellows and stuff together. I also tried drawing people for a sec. I almost never draw people. I find them too like confusing and complicated, and I never enjoy drawing them, and I don't. Stop drilling, neighbors. Okay, I'll continue and hope they don't do it again. I was drawing people, and I just never really enjoy it. And even though I kind of enjoy how these turned out, I don't know, it doesn't feel like my thing. I also picked up painted paper collage a bit. I actually do this quite often with my friend as a way we hang out. We make collages together, and I used to make a lot of like floral collages back, I don't know, 2 years ago with painted paper. And you know, if you've been watching the YouTube channel, you'll know that I've made some videos about that. But here's one I made of like a landscape by the ocean, and I love this one. I love any drawing or art with a lighthouse in it. It's just the best building. You'll see that I revisited the lighthouse concept just like subject again later. I went on to draw this, which is an absolute stunner. No, but I love this piece. I love the strawberries and the colors, and it just feels so... I feel like this one actually has some symbolism in it, and like growing outside your boundaries and stuff like that. And I really like that about it. I don't feel like my art often has like a message or anything. I usually just... The only message? The only message is that I like it and it looks fun, basically. But this is a fun, happy drawing. I also did this, which exists as a draw with me on the channel, and also like a free sticker sheet download on my Patreon. Cute apple, cute pear. I need to stop like pronouncing things wrong. The favorite of the month is this one, which is just so cute. I love how like wobbly the lines are. I love wobbly lines. And in general, it's just a cute drawing. It has a blue background, which is like, I've never drawn anything with a blue background before. But I think it really works with the subject and the colors, and it's just so bright and pops. And I think they're so cute. Then we move on to July. In July, I made this, which is like also so cute. I love drawing cows. I had good art times in July. I was also prepping for a really big house move. We moved from like a 2.5 story house to like a 70 square meter apartment, and we had to declutter a lot and like style the house and stuff all spring. So it's kind of a miracle that I made so much art as I did. And like good art while I was stressing so much about the move. But this cow is so cute. They are a true artist, just like you and me. Look at this cat that they drew, and it's like self-portrait. I love it so much. Yeah. Also started experimenting a little bit with this like scrapbook looking compositions, where I imagine that it is like a scrapbook or like a journal or something where someone has like put in some stickers and some like photos and stuff, and I draw it. So there's like washi tape and just cute things, and I just love how it looks. I also did some more loose florals. These two, when I made it, I really prefer this color palette. I think it's a very cool color palette still, but now I'm like, but this warm one, it's good. More loose florals with some spooky eyes. Some of my favorite pieces of the year again this month. These two that go together I think are so cute. I sell this one as a coloring page without the colors, of course, in my Etsy, and yeah, they're just good pieces. In a favorite of the month is this one with the Return of the Lighthouse, and it's not my usual style exactly. It reminds me of the loose florals. I use the Lisa Glance gouache brushes, which I love to use for the loose florals as well. But for this, I basically played around with every brush. For the clouds here, like, I don't remember what brush it was, but it looks cool. And it actually started out as a daytime piece, but I edited it so much. And I worked on this for so long. And I think it turned out really good. But it's also, like, not the kind of art that I want to make, really, I think. I loved making it, but it's not like what feels true to my heart. I also tried to make a companion piece for it, but this didn't turn out good at all. I don't know. I did these like streaky lines and it just looks too messy. And then we move on to the best month of the year, which is August, which is my birthday month. I decided it was time to draw fall art in August because, you know, fall is the best season to draw. I did some more like scrapbooky pages, but I love these. These are so cute. I especially love this like news cat. News! Also did this, which is what was a piece that people really loved. I also like spent a lot longer on the line art on this than I usually do, like filling in. So it was thicker and thinner in different places and stuff like that. I launched my digital sketchbook on the mock-up on Etsy around this time. I think maybe at the end of July. I don't remember. And people really loved it, which was so exciting, and I really love it to use it. And I've been meaning to make like a digital sketchbook tour, which I think will be my next video, because I've prepped it and everything in order to talk about all the ways I've used the digital sketchbook through the years. And then I had art style stress again. I think I was looking at a lot of people who did like more painterly pieces, and I was like, that's real art. My art isn't real art. And you know, that stress that you have all the time. Is it just me? Maybe. I don't know. So I made this, which is like a good piece, but it still doesn't feel as fun as the other pieces I make. I think it's good. Like, don't get me wrong. But also the process for me is just too tedious and I don't enjoy it. And like, for me, the process of making art is just as important as the product. So if the product is better with a more boring process, I will still pick the fun process that makes some like not as good art. My favorite drawing of the month is this mushroom one. Mushroom season is the best season for art. Yeah. This also exists as a tote bag in my shop, but without the colors, just the outlines, and it looks so cute on the like beige fabric. Beige. September. The year is coming to a close soon. Almost. For September, at the end of September, I did move house. So I made less art because it was hectic. Autumn is my favorite season to draw, and I did a lot of doodle pages and mushroom drawings that I actually love. So I made some good art, but maybe not the same volume that I usually make. This one I wanted to make like many very small doodles. I usually make them slightly bigger than this, and I think it turned out cute. This one as well is good. It's inspired by a piece from earlier in the year. This is a good duck right here. This mushroom art is also good. It's like pink and yellow and orangey and like very warm toned. And I think I used like a different line art brush than I usually use. I usually use my own brushes, which are very like jittery and textured. And here I used something else. And I don't know, I prefer the jitter. And here is my favorite of the month. The number one drawing. It's just so fun and loose. And I love the shape of this mushroom and the like different color variations and stuff like that. I think I edited this a lot, like with curves and stuff at the end of the process. And it just turned out very good. Oh, right. That's why I did like number one. I have a memory. Here's the favorite of the month, number two. I couldn't pick between these two, but they're both like excellent mushroom art. They're kind of different from each other, but I love them both. Very vibrant colors, like this red is, I don't even know if the camera can pick it up properly, but yeah. October. I'm not gonna sing. Okay, October starts, which is like a big month in the art community if you've like been online at all for the past few years. Arttober prompt list. I usually do Peachtober because I really like the prompts that they use by For Little Peach. Yeah, this one is for the first one for the prompt B. And I hated this when I finished it. Can you believe me? I hated this so much. And everyone in the comments was like, oh my god, no! Why do you hate it? And now I look at it and I'm like, but it's so cute! Oh, brains. Here's another Peachtober piece. I don't remember the prompt, but it's so cute. Look at this little bear. Here's another Peachtober piece, very autumnal. This mushroom guy is kind of creepy in my opinion. It's like creepy cute. I also did start doing some abstract pieces again during this time, and I did it with this color palette for two of them, and I think these look so cute together. I love them. The pinks, the yellow, so good. I then brought in that color palette into some more doodly pieces again because I had fallen in love with that color palette so much. Yeah, this one is good as well. And here's like another style experiment that I did. I started it, I think, in September. And then I finished it in October, and it took a long time, and I don't really love how it looks. I like the mouse character, but I don't like it like stylistically. My favorite of the month is this mushroom piece. Like my three favorites for the last 2 months were like mushroom. But I just love a good like floral mushroom drawing rather. The colors are a bit weird in this one. I used like hue saturation, and I got some random colors for some of the layers. But I kind of like how it looks. It adds some like interesting elements to the drawing. November, almost Christmas time. I did some sketchbook scribbles with a cat sitting in flowers. Who would have guessed? This cat is cute. Just so you know. I would like to inform everyone that this cat is cute. Cats in flowers, more cats in flowers. Got obsessed with this shade of green suddenly. Made 2 pieces that go together with this shade of green, and I love them with the other shade of green and like this color. I don't know what color, like a light yellow kind of. I also did like an emoji challenge on Instagram. I need to look up what the emojis were for this one. I know it was skull and mushroom and maybe flower actually. Maybe that was it. But someone commented 3 emojis and I made it into a drawing. I also started doing Christmas drawings. I did this one while I was on a voice chat with some art friends. And I struggled a lot with this one, and I didn't like it when I made it, but now I'm like, no, not too bad. More Christmas drawings. And then the favorite of the month is this one, another angular duck. And I used the thick, jittery line art. Texture and colors are good in this one. And I love this on the pot here, where the color shifts and just... December, last month of the year. I continued doing Christmas art. I didn't really enjoy making Christmas art this year, but I was trying to do it anyway because I felt like I should for some weird reason. And honestly, there's no reason to do it if you don't want to. I made some more Christmas art, and then I got another episode of some art style stress. How many did I have last year? So many. And I made this, and I was trying out different things. I wanted to make some scribbly flowers and stuff like that. And also did this, which is more like a collage style, which is like fine, but not what I want to make. Also made this, which feels way more like me, and I love this one. The colors are great. Also got really inspired by Mercy Makes on Instagram, because they use a lot of like half-tone brushes. So I got some from a place online. I don't remember what it was right now, but I can look it up and put it on the screen. So I added like lots of half-tone textures to this one. And then I ended the year with making a new desktop wallpaper of these cows in flowers. And it's so cute. Yeah, that was my favorite for December, I guess. Then we move on to final thoughts. Here's my summary of the 2023 art year. It was a really good year in terms of art and in terms of life, kind of. Putting this whole like presentation thing together gave me so much pride and joy. I highly recommend it. And just in general, I made a lot of colorful, doodly, experimental art during the year, and I'm really proud of all that I made. But I'm extra proud of that I was playful and had a lot of fun. I want to focus on that when I make art, just in general, because if it isn't fun, what's the point? And I also made a lot of stuff. I had to cut out so much art for this, and it's already like a really long video, I guess. I don't know yet. I went on some detours that in the end just kind of cemented what I really want to make, I think. Like, you could never be so sure. Maybe like next week I will be like, no, my art style has to change. But, you know. And also I launched a lot of new products on my Etsy. I started my digital shop on Etsy this year, and it's been going really great. So I'm really proud of this art year, 2023. It was good. For 2024, we're already a month in, and I'm a bit late with this video, but let's look at some goals. I want to do more in my sketchbook. I've been doing it recently. It's actually right here beside me on my desk. You can see it has a little cow sticker. Of course, this is available in my shop. Link down below. And I've been doing like this these kind of free doodles, just like some markers and just having fun drawing, and if it goes badly I just write haha, that went badly, and then I move on. But this crocodile is good. Okay, that's not for this time. I'm not doing a sketchbook tour, but I just wanted to show you what it is that I want to do more of. I also want to make more YouTube videos. I have set a goal for 3 vids this quarter, so that's like 1 video a month, and it's like the 6th of January, and I have published 0 videos in 2024 so far, so it's going great. But this video is hopefully up soon, and yeah, I want to explore characters more, maybe. Some days I'm like, yeah, that would be cool, and sometimes I'm like, ugh, I want to draw flowers. Only flowers. But I did buy a Domestika course for stylized characters and human characters, and I think that could be really useful for making animal characters with human bodies as well, to learn more about human anatomy. And then in the end, I want to have lots of fun. That's the most important part, because I'm all here for self-indulgent art, and that's what I want to make. So yeah, that's the end of my 2023 art summary video. I hope you enjoyed watching this and this little setup that I had. If you want to see more, I will be making more YouTube videos in 2024. I have decided it. So if you wanna, you can always subscribe and like the video and stuff. If you wanna see more of this or more of something else, please tell me in the comments if there's something you want me to cover in a video. And specifically, I did do a poll on my Patreon for posts there, and I think I'm gonna steal some of those ideas for this channel. So I'm gonna do one about doodling soon, probably, and I want to do the sketchbook tour, and yeah, I don't know. I want to do some doodle requests on video as well, and draw with me and stuff. That's what you have to expect in front of you of 2024. I hope you're having a great day, and I'm gonna show my hands. How do I wave? I don't know. Goodbye.